Hello everyone, this is another video of the Django. A small Django project we create. The topic is even and odd sorting. Okay, insert the 10 integer into a list. Make a to another list. One is even, another is odd. Check the condition. If the number is divisible by 2, then it is even, and this is stored in the even list. And those numbers are not divisible by 2, they are considered as a odd and stored in a odd list. Okay, after that sorting the two lists in ascending order. Okay, in ascending order. So virtual image diagram here. Inside a list, this is our main list. Okay, separate according the even and odd even list 2 4 6 8 10 and odd list 1 3 5 7 9. Okay, sorting the ascending order. It is already sorted, so we can't perform any sorting program here. Okay, so now we discuss our source code.
Okay everyone, now I come into a coding part. So sorting underscore even underscore odd, this is our project folder. Okay, inside the project folder we have a in we have a app folder that name is sorting underscore even underscore odd. Inside this app we have a several modules. Okay, so first module is called init.py. The function of this module is the help of this module, python compiler interpreter take the whole folder as a one package. Okay, asgi.py and urls.py are used to connect with the internet servers. Basically it is used in a deployment time, it's connect with the server. And another is data.py. It is a storage folder. Here we declare a dictionary under a content as some list, empty list. Another is a decorator.py. We discuss later in this module. And there is setting.py. Setting.py content all the configuration related to this project. Like here we configure a database, and also here we configure our path of the templates. Okay, here we write some middlewares. Also here we write here we write some apps, install.apps. They are needed in this project. Okay, that's all about. Here we another write a debug equals to true. The help of this debug, if any error is come in our project in the when the server is run, so we can identify the error, actually show the error, otherwise the error it's not show. Okay, then we comes to our urls.py. urls.py are basically for routing purpose. When we open the browser and go to url and type some url and hit, then the url go to the server, and the server pass this url, this path to the url dispatcher. This is url.py. Then url.py check the pattern of the url that's are coming. If the pattern is match, then the url mapped is with the view.py folder. Okay, view.py folder, actually view.py folder. function. What is the view.py? View.py, here we write, view.py is treated as a brain of our project. Here we write the business logic actually. Okay, you write the business logic. So, and we also write a decorator.py. In the decorator.py, we all the validation are done in this decorator.py module. Okay, then we come to a templates.py. Templates folder, templates folder. In the templates.folder, we store index.html files. The health of HTML file, user can complete their operations like to request something to the server, and server get the request, and according to the request he send the response. Okay, and the db.collected data files file by default it is not created. When I run the server, is automatically a empty db.collected is created. Another is manage.py. Okay, manage.py module actually manage the whole project. How to server run, how do we interact with our project via help of commands. We can say it is the assistant to communicate with our project. It's work like a mediator. Okay, so we come our logic part, view.logic. Here we import the render function, protham function, Django.shortcuts modules. Okay, then we import HTTP request and response functions from Django.http module. Then we import a decorator function, deco_from the decorator module. Then we import the context. Actually, it is a dictionary in dot module. Okay. Then we call here decorator function. So whatever the work scenario of the decorator take the function as an argument and return the function. Okay. So control go to the decorator part. Okay. In the decorator part, we take a object, this function, index function. Then wrapper function is not work because we can't call it. So the control comes to the return part, and object is called wrapper. Okay. Then we go to the wrapper. Take a request, HTTP request, and return a HTTP response. Here we declare a string error with the initialized by the empty string, and here we initialize a empty dictionary with the help of instance variable. The name is inner_context. Then we declare another instance variable called data. Type is a string, and we initialize with the empty string. And I check if the request dot method equal to post. Okay, actually I check if I submit the post request, then this is execute. Okay, otherwise not. So if I submit the from, then it is execute, and the control come to this part, and data reference variable we initialize by the request.post.get.data. Actually, in this path we fetch data variable from the template. Okay, if the data equal to null, suppose we submit the from without type anything, then error reference variable is initialized with a string that write is invalid entry. Okay, then we already create a inner_context dictionary that is initialized. Here we initialize it with a key value pair. suppose error as a key and colon, and we write the value error. Actually here we write the that string, actually pass that string invalid entry for if the user nothing to submit, nothing to write and then submit. Okay, then this is return and the render function is called, and here we pass request means http response, carry the http response, and with the index.html the template file where the user can read the data. With the inner context means we pass the dictionary, the help of this dictionary, the data are passed, the raw data are passed through the html template. Okay, after that return the index function. Here we pass two argument, another is request, another is the data. Okay, so we go to the views.py. Okay, same as here we import the render method from Django the shortcut module. Here we render the http request and response functions from the Django.http module, and here we import the from http decorator module. Import the context dictionary dot data module. Okay, so already said here a decorator will be called. After that the control comes to the this file, this function. Here the formal arguments are request.http request and the data. Okay, a return type is a http response. Okay, if the request.method equals to post, then we inside this, here we at first split the string data.split. Okay, separated by comma. So actually the return type of the split method, when the data is return type, it's create a list. The list contained a string values. But here we need the integer value, so we use the map function, and inside the map function we pass a type first as an argument data type like int, then we pass string data and dot split. Okay, then the map function basically pass one by one each an element and convert it to a int, but it does not return a list. So we convert it to a list. We pass the whole map function into a list inbuilt function. Okay, with the help of this, all the string list values are converted to a int. Okay, then main list, then here we take a key value like context in the main list, and we actually this is treat as a list, and it is initialized to a array, that means array list. Here we stored the array into the dictionary as a key value pair. Okay, here I just print it. Then we run a for loop. In the for loop array, I is a reference variable. We take each element from the array list and check it is divisible by 2 or not. If it is divisible by 2 or not, then append the value is append in the even list. Okay, if it is not divisible by 2, then it is go to the odd list, append the odd list. Okay, because it is inside a dictionary, so our syntax slightly change, like a key value pair. event square bracket open, open and open, then under the quotation we write event, then close, then use the method, then use one method called is append. It is come with a list class. Okay, same as for odd. Then here we complete our sorting process of the even and sorting process for the odd. Actually here we complete here the logic of the bubble sort. Okay, bubble sort. The first for loop is run 0 to n minus 1. Okay, 0 to n minus 1. Then our another for loop, it's go with 0 to minus I minus 1. Okay, if the first element of the event list is greater than the second element, then its condition is true. Okay, then the control go to this part. Okay, in this term reference variable is initialized by the first element which is greater than the second element. Okay, then in the reference variable of the second element is initialized the reference variable of the first element, that is initialized by the reference variable of the second element. Okay, second element, and the reference variable of the second element, it is initialized by the temp. Actually temp that is already hold the first element value that is greater than the second element. Okay, same logic going there. Then after that we just print it even list and odd list in the console. Then we return using the render function the request, means that's all the HTTP response with our IP address location and files. And then we pass our template index.html with the dictionary. Okay, the template carry with our data. It's logic. Okay, so we run our program. So how to run our program? So we call it a Python 3. The Mac we write is Python 3 manage.py module. Then the command run server. Okay, here we tell the manage.py to the project to please run the server. Okay, like that. After hit it, this is Django version at running HTTP, showing that starting the development server at this link http 1.701 and port ID 8000. So we go in our browser and write localhost 8000. Okay, this is our UI of our project. Then we write something 89 34 21. This is our main list called 89 34 11 23 87 56 and 34. Even list is 34 34 and 56, and odd list is 11 23 87 89. Okay, we can see we separate the even list and odd list, and also sorting process also completed. Okay,